is that I learned how to learn. Like what things I need to do and know in order to like pick up a skill or something like that. Let me take off my mask. I want to take my mask off. How do I do this? Let's just keep going. Korea teaches you how to grow up fast. What did you feel in Korea? Okay, so the thing about me living in Korea, this is an interesting story. So, when I first...
Everything's fine?
Yeah, very good. Thank you so much.
It's finished too?
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. I want to take off my mask. When I first arrived in Korea, this is a funny story. So, when I first arrived in Korea, I didn't know any Korean at all. I bought like a language book, a phrase book, like a really small one. And the first thing I learned was like, so there was a meeting point. There was a meeting point in the airplane when I arrived, which was McDonald's. We had to meet at McDonald's so I can meet our program like leader, right? So that they can pick us up and bring us to the school that I was gonna dorm at. So it was like right when we got off the plane, we had to go to the meeting point. But I had to find out where the meeting point was. So I thought it would be a smart idea if I went up to someone and I asked them where McDonald's was. So I learned in Korean how to ask, like with my scuffed Korean and my shitty accent. I was like, where is McDonald's in Korean? So I went up to like this security guard, like staff guy who was just standing on the side. I was like, hey, I said in Korean, like, 실례합니다. McDonald's 어디예요? Like, that means where's McDonald's in Korean, right? Super scuffed Korean. And then he answered to me in English, aisle 7. It was like aisle 7, or whatever aisle it was, I don't remember. And I felt so embarrassed because he just spoke to me in English. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. So that, like, basically the point I'm trying to make is that I didn't know any Korean before going to Korea. So while living in Korea, I had to basically learn how to survive in a country where I don't know anyone, where I don't know how anything works. I don't know like their transportation system. I don't know any locations. I don't know any people. And like, I just had to learn all this shit. Like, how can I live there when I was living there? And so these are all skills that I learned there, basically. Everyone in the airport speaks English? Yeah, probably. But I didn't know that. Like, I was in another country. When I've traveled to Japan before, and like people in Japan hella don't speak English, right? I mean, a lot of people do speak English now these days, but when I was there, like that was my impression. Like, if you go to another country, you should try to like at least try to learn their language and some basic stuff, you know. It made you braver, pretty much. It taught me like social skills, and it taught me, it gave me confidence in like how to speak to people, how I can make friends. It taught me social skills, you know, how to network, and how to get more confidence. What's up, Gina? Yeah, this is the first time I'm eating out since the COVID-19. Did you go to Cal Poly Pomona? I did, yeah. I graduated from Cal Poly Pomona as an engineer. I have a bachelor's degree in engineering, if you guys didn't know that, chat. Fuck this song? I agree, fuck this song. I really hate whatever band this is. Maroon 5? They make the corniest music. And the guy who's the singer, like, is this even singing voice? His voice sucks. This song is corny, it's hella corny. Fuck this song. I agree. engineer. What kind of engineer? I was a electrical and computer engineering technology bachelor. So it was like electrical and some computer. It was a specialized degree that combined both electrical engineering and computer engineering. So it was like in the middle. The reason why I joined that one was because it was easier than both electrical engineering. It was basically easier than both electrical engineering and computer engineering. So I was in the middle. I got the best of both worlds, and it was easier on both sides. I got like the easiest classes of both of them. So I was a stupid little kid. Warcraft Andy.
I went to Tokyo last year for 30 days. I didn't know much other than a few basic words in Japanese. Most people, like 98% didn't know English in Tokyo.
The first time I went to Japan, thanks for the 100 bits by the way. First time I went to Japan was when I was in high school. And at that time, not many people knew English. But I think these days, you can kind of live in Japan, in Tokyo especially, like speaking English to people. A lot of people know English these days. Or like basic English. So, when I was there last time, I was able to like get around with just basic Japanese and speaking English. Yeah, it's weeb friendly. You're the first flip I heard that doesn't like Maroon 5. Yeah, I hate Maroon 5. Mostly because their songs are hella corny and the lead singer's voice is like so weird. It's like not a singing voice. The song's hella corny. Did you use the Translate app? Oh, for Warcraft Andy. When people were at Evo Japan, it's hella popular with Filipino chicks. Oh, when we were at Evo Japan. Beal, did you go to Evo Japan? Did I see you there? I went to the first Evo Japan, but I didn't go to the second one. Or the third one. Was there a third one? I went to the very first Evo Japan, and that shit was hella whack. That shit was whack. I bought your wristband? You're right! You're right! You're right. I did do that. I can't remember. I couldn't remember. You're right. You're right. She will be loved, but John won't because he don't fuck with Maroon 5. Yeah, I hella don't fuck with Maroon 5. Hey, chat. Type 1